You know, the look on your face, it never, you never look innocent. You always look guilty as hell.
I don't even be trying to look innocent. What it is, I'm just so used to having an intro that without it, I'm lost. I mean, I'm about to vote right now, DA. I don't know if you want to outvote TK, but I vote to just add the old intro back. So we got something, and I have a countdown and something because, baby, I'm struggling.
I agree because I missed that. I missed
Bring
the
it back.
freestyle.
Yeah,
So-
but you know, with that, we was getting that, what's the name on the, we were getting flagged on YouTube.
So can you take the music off? Can you take
What?
that off?
I don't have the ability to take that off.
Man, we gonna have
We
to
were getting
find
flagged for real?
somebody
Yeah,
to just take it off.
Shut
Mhm.
up! I didn't know that.
yeah. I said this. Like,
No, I
once-
didn't know. Like the song that we had forever was getting flagged.
Yeah, because the thing with that is the once you stop paying for, or your subscription expires on whatever thing you're getting that on, yeah, it's like
Oh,
you're
they
no
flagged
longer.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
So does that
So-
mean we just okay? We'll talk about that off the show because we might have to
Fuck a
just put
motherfucker.
coins together and do some subscriptions because I need the countdown. I need to get my
shit, we
little
might well
hype
get a
up.
beat machine and do it ourselves. Come up with a hard ass beat.
I mean,
You gonna be
get
over there
some
on your beat
pencils and-
machine with
I
your
got a
Casio?
I
You
got
got
a
a
DJ.
Casio?
No, I got a DJ kid for free upstairs who make beats all day.
Look, I know some
Well, I'm
beboppers
gonna
from high school that was trying to make it big. I mean, you never know. They
I'm
might
gonna
be
need you
able
to
to come over here and like do whatever.
I see what he got. I see what he can let us borrow.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
Let's
Gotta be
You
something
know.
hard. Gotta be something jazzy. What?
We need something that's we gonna be like, hey, we back, hey. Cause right now, this deer in the headlight stuff, and we like, this don't feel right.
Yeah,
Well, you know, when things don't go as planned.
I like the.
You throwing us off.
Oh, we should get the Purge anthem. No, that's too
Then
much.
we would need different pictures. So next photo shoot.
That's too much. No, we good. That's too much. Cause then, yeah.
You made me a little sad because I got a purge mask already and outfit and everything. We could have just, I've been ready.
That could be the Halloween show.
Okay. Say less. You know I'm for it. I'll wear it.
Oh, so you're saying you're gonna participate if we dress up this time? Because you never participate.
Who?
You.
Oh, I don't be dressing up when y'all be coming with that crazy shit, like dressing up like men and shit. Nah.
Bruh, we did, what was the referee thing? You didn't do it. We did the construction thing. You didn't do it.
First of all, how my big ass gonna get in a referee anything?
If I was able to get in the referee shirt, you could probably put you could have squoles in it.
I know, because last time I squoze in something, I was doing comic relief for like 5 episodes.
You're right.
You have to be the comic relief because you look like you needed to be relieved from that medium you had.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
No,
We're not gonna hurt your feelings today. I'm sorry.
He ain't got a lot of credit.
I apologize.
He ain't got a lot of credit.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
we started this off completely wrong. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in on this awesome hot ass in Texas Saturday. We, as you can see, we are on our regular antics with both co-hosts locked in. Hell on earth. That's
me. Okay, whatever. It's my halo. It's always gonna be the same. Y'all can say what y'all want, but we know what it is.
You know, you got 2 different names technically. So
listen,
she just be making this shit up as she go along. So I don't know. Yeah.
No, I don't. It's on the video from last time.
Well,
it says
about
Nika
you.
Pink. Then it says
about
Hell
Nika.
on Earth. I didn't.
I was talking about Nika. She be making it up as she go along.
Okay, and you have okay. Go ahead. Go
I,
ahead. I'm
I
not.
just got one.
No, you
You done
don't.
been DA.
I've
You
been
done been DW. You done
well,
been
DW was too
D7.
close to my government name, so I had to Nixay on the XA. That is a
Mm,
Cisay,
mm.
Dizay.
Well, you
So
done
Well,
did 3 name changes.
I only had two. DA. That's it.
You was DW too. What's your
D,
last name?
no, y'all started calling me DW, but I had to change that because I said it was too close to the government.
okay. So anyway, as you see,
Whatever.
we have DA back in the building from his
Mhm.
penis extension surgery.
You know, y'all want to hear it? You
No,
heard
I'm
it?
not. I'm not finna start this with you.
Y'all heard it on the
Yeah,
table?
I'm not finna start with y'all today. I'ma chill. I'ma chill on all that.
Y'all want to hear it
Yeah.
again?
Please don't.
I was just saying, I can drop it real quick. Drop it like hard. Like that. Drop it like it hard.
Oh Lord.
Goodness.
So thank y'all for tuning in. Today we wanted to talk about post-op. You know, a lot of people as many of us are getting older, and if you was a rough ass child in your
Man,
childhood, we have experienced some surgeries, some procedures, some birthing,
discombobulation.
and yeah, some extensions, some decreases, and took some stuff away and added, and
He said, yeah, be honest, not a lot of black men need that surgery. Nah.
bruh, I don't know. Never mind. I'm finna leave
See,
that.
bring it back in. Bring it back in. Bring it back. Don't do it.
I'm talking about, oh, he talking about third leg surgery. Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about surgery in general. Shit, me. I thought my shit was gonna be 4 days. He said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go in, clean it up, and you'll be back to normal in 5 days." Bruh, I got it. I got to the thing. Everybody all happy. Had this look 90-year-old lady. Hey baby, you okay? Old country white lady too. You just a big one, ain't you? Hold on, man. You might be having flashbacks to when you own slaves. You might want to back up. She was a sweet lady. She was sweet lady. Made sure I had everything, had stuff to drink and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, thank you. You want some more water, baby? No, man, I'm good.
Oh,
Like on SpongeBob, come across the screen 3 hours later. I woke up. I was like, yo. I don't even remember going to sleep. I remember they were taking me in. And they said, all right, we're gonna need you to scoot on the thing. I said, okay, yeah, I can scoot on the boards. I jumped on all happy and shit. We need you to lay this way and this way. I was, okay, cool. Say, all right. Now the anesthesiologist is here. He's gonna be watching you. I don't want you to worry about nothing. And all I remember is the motherfucker put his hand on my forehead. I said, what you about to pray? And then I will wake it up. I will wake it up. I was like, damn.
well, amen.
Right.
Amen again.
Hallelujah.
You woke up. Okay, now.
Yes.
Mm.
Say,
Well,
You woke up healed.
Yeah, no, I don't know about healed. I woke up different.
You woke up different.
Like I said, I woke up different.
Oh man, that's
Man, that was an
laughing.
experience in itself.
yeah. Usually those things are. I think the older we get, we discover we don't heal as fast, and we gotta slow down because yeah, we're a little older.
Not only that, too, it's like what realizing now is like, look, aches and pains from earlier. Like you get, like you think it's not the normal aching pain, but it's not. You don't think it's severe enough. Like life, limb, or eyesight, man, you still need to go get that shit checked out.
Yeah.
You need to go get that shit out because you don't know. Because like literally, I found out um from the surgery that I had torn my MCL on both sides, torn ACL. Yeah, and I ain't know. I don't know. I
And
ain't
you've
know.
been walking around like this, all toe up, and
Listen, walking around lifting weights. Like me and the doc, he gave me an equation, and we were just sitting there talking about it. And he was like, for every pound that you weigh, that's 4 pounds of pressure, 4 to 8 pounds of pressure on that joint for every pound. And I was like, So I started doing the calculations, and I'm like, okay, I'm a big dude. Then I'm squatting like 500, 560. So that's like 5,000 pounds of pressure on that one little ass joint. And I'm
that's
just
right.
like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and I'm doing this on this regular ass joint, like not even knowing it. Not even knowing.
Yeah, you got really, really lucky to be able to have went this far and not had issues like you could have had.
Yeah.
Being
Hello.
that,
I am thankful.
sir,
Hmm?
excuse you.
I'm sorry.
You gonna be so you want to be like them other podcasts now, huh? You want to just
No,
be
no,
like
no, no, no. Because it's like when I was talking, it felt like
no.
Damn,
guess
no
what?
shade much.
I did. Okay, I'm gonna behave. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we got a whole conversation in the thing talking about what we talking about BBLs and
Meat enhancements and
oh,
pump.
okay, that wasn't what we wanted to talk about, but yeah, let's talk about it then. Let's slide
I
it.
mean, it's
Let's
Ain't
slide.
nobody on here didn't had none of that. Shoot. Unless
But
you admitting to something, but I don't have
no,
nothing.
but it's not it wasn't an option. Like y'all didn't even think about it. Like you know what? Maybe one day I'm gonna have a who you call it?
Oh, who you call it? What's a who
Yeah,
you call it?
mommy makeover or some shit. Like whatever you call that, John.
No. I could say the only thing I actually considered at one point in time is when I was thinking about doing the bariatric part and either doing gastric or doing a lap band. And then I think about it and what they got to do to make that happen, and I freak out and I be like, nope, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna be able to do it.
I know a couple people who had the actual gastric. Is that the one they put the take out a piece of your stomach or make your stomach smaller?
Yeah, yeah,
And they almost died. They almost died from infection.
yeah.
Ooh.
Those are
Yeah.
no joke whatsoever. So, my dad had the
Mm.
gastric surgery about 10 years ago. So, going
That's why
through that
he's
ordeal with
slim
him,
now, slim and proper.
he is like that process for it wasn't no pump.
Hmm.
Like,
I bet it wasn't.
and that dumping process when you done took in too much sugar or some other else, and you gotta watch your water intake, the little shit you can only eat, little spoon of this and little teaspoon of that, and a bite. But that shit's crazy.
Yeah, and a
But
lot
it's
of people be messing it up because they don't do right. Still eating up
Yeah,
stuff, still drinking up stuff, stretching it out, getting sick.
but see that's the thing that's so interesting because if you really think about it, that's all you got to do for um for weight loss. Like everything they tell you to do, like eat smaller meals and all the other shit, it's the exact same thing.
It may
yeah,
be the
yeah.
same
It's
thing, but let's think about it. If you got a stomach from eating so much and you stretched out to about like this, and now you portion controlling and trying to eat only this much food, you got all this and you feeling them feelings of, I'm hungry, I'm really hungry. But when they're taking that and cutting it off and, tightening it up and you getting fuller faster, then of course it's like, oh, okay,
It
I
makes it
don't have those feelings of hunger.
yeah. I'm gonna say it makes it easier for you to overlook those feelings of hunger.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I think they messed us up too a little bit because you know how when we were younger, people would tell us you couldn't eat. I mean, you couldn't drink stuff with your food, and it's
Mm,
like we eat and stuff yourself, and then it's like maybe if we was drinking with our food and stuff, we would have got full like we supposed to, and wouldn't be
Mm,
feeling like as adults we eat up everything and then drink the water and juice and
and be
feel
bloated.
bloated and sick.
yeah. But think about that back then. Whatever was put on your plate, you were supposed to eat it.
Mm,
True, you were. So you better eat it. Finish your plate. You're not finna get nothing else.
mm,
Or sometime you know how you make kids sit at the table and finish all their food. And they, I'm full. No, you ain't. You barely even ate. And it's like
mhm.
maybe they were. So we creating the little piggies. But that may be another show.
Yeah, that's another show.
Yeah. So Don made a comment about the lap band. Lap band has risk too. I know. I have a co-worker. He was very much of obese. He had that shit 3 different times. I ain't even finna lie to you. Last year time he had it, uh, the tubing that they use or whatever in there got infected, and he almost
Mm,
died from the infection. So he ended up having to get it removed. But even with that, you have to watch it because if you don't chew your food good, that shit gets stuck off in that tubing and it makes you throw up and all
Mhm.
that other stuff. And I've seen somebody damn near choke and lose their life because they wanted the chicken sandwich from Jack in the Box and knew they wasn't supposed to eat it and was trying to eat it,
that
and
shit
that
nasty.
shit got stuck
That shit
and
nasty.
he got the panicking, and
Mhm.
that it wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a good thing to see.
Mm,
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think, of course, with any surgery, they tell you there's positives and negatives.
Mhm.
Um,
but
yeah,
mm,
mm,
but see,
and
here's the thing.
Hope
Um,
say she had her lap band removed. It was no good.
mm. But see, here's the thing. They tell you all that shit, but they don't tell you what's gonna happen after the fact. Like how much pain you gonna be in. How what 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 you can and can't do. Cause when I like I said, when I woke up, I was fine. I was a little intoxicated from the narcotics. I will admit,
Feeling good.
certain people in my life got videotapes of me doing saying some crazy shit. But
Trey, let us hear that video.
needless to say, it's like I wasn't expecting the type of pain that I was in. They was like, "Oh, you're gonna be sore," and when I think of sore, I'm thinking like muscle sore, like punched in the leg, Charlie horse sore. Nah, bro, nah. I was in so much pain. I looked at the nurse and I said, just cut the bitch off. It's like cut this bitch off, like for real. Like you could take the leg. At least I have a reason to be like, okay, wow, I'm in so much pain. This and it's just like two little dots, not even dots, little slits. And I ain't never experienced that much pain. I done got stabbed. I done broke finger, broke bones. I ain't never experienced this much pain.
Yeah, because people don't realize what goes in on the outside. You see two little slits, but the stuff they put in those slits, the hammering, like the stuff that happens. I've seen from my provider, you know, him doing certain surgeries that could be done in the ASC or the hospital, but they got stuff in there that look like little baby hammers and they can tink, 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 and they go in. So yeah, on the outside, you may be like nothing shows, but in the inside, they didn't tow your shit up
Well, yes, and
moving stuff around and
that is exactly how it feels. Like
yeah.
when I tell you, like, and it's not just, I'm gonna just talk for me today. I'm talking from my experience today. It it challenged me as a man on so many levels, because I'm used to being able to do what I want to do, moving how I want to. If I want to get up, I can get up. If I want to walk here, I can do this. If I want to do that, I can. After this, I couldn't. Like everybody else sleep, I'm sitting up in pain. I doze off. and the nerves start firing. My ass wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That shit wake me up. I'm sitting here popping down hydrocodone like fucking Skittles, and this shit is like, all right, that's what you gonna do. I got something for you. Like, and it's honestly took me to a real, I ain't gonna say a low point, but it broke me down. Like for real, for real. Like I ain't never cried in front of my son. I broke down in front of him because I was in so much pain. And it's like it didn't matter what I did. They was like, take this with that and this and that. Shit didn't matter. It didn't. All it did was put me to sleep, make me sweat, and I wake up in the same pain.
Yeah.
Like I want to get up. I wanted to get up to go pee. I got to plan ahead to goddamn go to the bathroom. Like, and like sometimes that shit will hit you in the middle of the night. So I don't want to wake nobody up to help me to the bathroom. And that's just the pee. I ain't even gonna tell you the fight to go take a shit. Like I'm serious. Like it like that shit showed me a whole different side of life. And I was just like, yo, I commend the amputees for one, because this is a hard life. And I still got my leg attached. So I could kind of sort of put my foot down there once in a while when I want to try to hurry up and move. But I pay for it. Like every time like doing the exercise and shit. I do the exercise like they tell me. And my knee like, oh, you think this a game? You think it's a joke? Okay, sit your ass down. Yeah. Oh,
You got a question.
do you
Says, do
think
you
the
think the
go
post-op
ahead.
medication to numb the pain has to do with the level of your insurance? Pay premium prices, get all you need, pay on the low end 99-cent Happy Meal meds.
See, I don't know, T, if you want to take that one. I was gonna say something, but
Go ahead and say
Don't
it
say
because
it.
I don't think it has anything so much to do with your insurance. Because even when it comes to some, from my experience and other people that I've seen and work with they stuff, if the doctor writes the prescription, unless your insurance does not cover it in general, then it's like, okay, you're probably not going to see it, but you still going to have these big copays, out of pockets and stuff like that. So I don't think so much it has to do with the insurance premiums and stuff like that. I think it has to do with so many people getting addicted to narcotics and the doctors getting fired up for people getting addicted, people selling their pills. Just like I work for a pain management doctor, and my doctor was so on edge with having people and prescribing certain meds because he didn't want to get his license taken. And like people doctor shop a lot. I don't
Yes,
know. I think that's
yes.
our friend from over the way. But here, like people doctor shop and they'll turn around and get some hydrocodone from you and then turn around and go to another doctor and get
Mm-hmm.
some. And now you got double pills and they out in the street slinging pills and stuff. But
Yes.
then some people are taking them. So these doctors, if something happened, they not finna get on you for taking the pills. They finna get on these doctors for not checking. So I really don't think it has anything to do with the premium prices. I really think it's the doctors being afraid to give you stuff because they don't want to be responsible.
Right. And that's what I was going to say. I think it's more along the lines of they don't want to get you addicted to some, because some of that stuff is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like granted, I'm a big dude, so they got me. They got me on the lowest dose of it, so I got to take like 2 every 3 or 4 hours, something like that, just to keep it down. So, but I mean, if they got a high dose, yeah, I could see it being a problem. And as far as insurance, nah, I mean, I can't even say that because I got government insurance, so I don't know if that's good insurance, bad insurance, whatever. It's just insurance. I don't have to pay shit. So yeah,
That's
but
some good
that's a good question because
Yeah.
That's some good
And I
answers.
think T can probably speak to that. But like when you get to the domes, those are like the higher stuff on the tiers. And
hmm
those are the hardcore stuff, like the
hmm
oxycodone, hydrocodone, and the what's the other one where it's the morphine one? mixed with some
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
and
I know
they
what you're
do.
talking
Yeah.
about.
I forget what that one's
That's
called.
that shit you start really seeing stuff. That's when you
Yeah.
know you're
So
happy.
You start seeing dead grandparents and shit. You're like, wait a minute.
You start
yeah.
But
seeing monkeys and elephants doing some strange things together.
but
Yep.
that's a good point though, because it's something that the so apparently the facility that I was referred to was like a upscale, up well, I ain't gonna say upscale, like top tier surgery place, and I didn't know it because everybody was asking me like, "How did you get here?" Like when I came in, who referred you? How did you get here? Blah 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 blah. And I was like, I was referred by Doctor Such and Such. Oh, okay. So who's your insurance? And I was like, and I gave my insurance. Oh, okay, that's why you're here. And I'm just like,
Say you ain't got that fuck shit.
Yeah.
look, and that's what I'm saying. It made me sit there, like literally, like I'm doing now, scratch my head. Like, what does that matter? Like, as long as I got
No,
insurance.
it matters.
It matters. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter to you on the front end, but on the back end, it would matter if you didn't, have to pay what other people have to pay.
Mm,
So yeah, and that's probably a whole nother show, and I'd have to come up hidden and missing if we go
mm,
there. But there's stuff with behind the scenes when it comes to that kind of stuff, facilities and where you go and all of that too. Who you
mm.
referred to, but they don't want
How
to
you
talk about
treat it.
that.
So I know I ain't the only one who had surgery, and I know I ain't the only one who had some crazy ass stories. But I had a reality check. I ain't gonna say crazy story. I had a reality check with when it comes to the mortality,
Hmm.
or not even just the mortality, how fragile, how easy it is to go from full tilt to being shit. I don't want to say disabled, but yeah,
It's very much almost like that. Like
yeah,
real talk. Like I
yeah, cause
know
shit, yeah.
I think y'all remember
You
when
ain't
I had
saying,
my hand surgery,
uh,
and that shit took me to a whole different place because it was bad enough that um I was still, I guess you could say, kind of doing everything, but I had this big old
yeah,
ass cast on my hand. I just had Santi. Santi was only about 5 or 6 months. So I'm at home taking care of an infant. And that was a whole nother level by itself because I didn't have any help. So it's
mm,
like, you don't have nobody to take care of you, but now I'm having to take care of a whole baby, and I'm having to bathe and everything else, change diapers with basically damn near with one hand. Like,
mm,
what the hell? And it was a totally different like wake up. Like, god damn, is this really what the hell is supposed to be like? And then you got that other part. When I was pregnant with him, I had a lot of complications because he was kicking my ass. And then I had a little help to where it got bad enough where sometimes somebody had to come give me a bath. And that shit, like for me to be
that's a
always have
whole
like the S on your chest
man.
and be in a situation where somebody is actually having to bathe you, it's like
Bro,
stripping your stripes off. Like,
Mhm.
bro, yeah,
damn,
yeah, that's yeah,
it uncovers a whole nother level. You're naked basically in a
you
whole different
vulnerable.
way.
Yeah, you vulnerable as
Somebody
shit.
is having to help you bathe or bathe you because you can barely stand up or
Hmm.
like, yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah, even
yeah.
more so when it has to be your child that is
Mm.
one of the people that actually has to bathe you.
Nah, I refuse.
You didn't
Look here,
see
I'm
my
gonna tell
naked
you
ass.
something.
I don't know why they can't see
Mm-mm.
yours.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna go back to something that you said because I was finna hit this. Why do you feel that you lost some man points because your son felt like you cried or you wasn't able to be as
It wasn't. I didn't feel like I lost man points. It just was like it was a one. To me, it was a reality check because of what he said. What he said, and ever since then, anytime he make a move, he always checks on me. Whether if I'm in the room, I'm downstairs or whatever I'm doing. He'll come in. He's like, Dad, you good? You need anything? You need me to do this? You need me to do that? Before he go to work, 4 o'clock in the morning, he'd be like, Hey, you need to do this? You need to do that? But he said he knew it was how much pain I was in. Well, he didn't realize how much pain I was in until he saw me cry. He said, because he have never seen me cry.
Mhm.
And it broke, like when I tell you it broke me down like full flat. Man, like everybody was pat, it's gonna be okay. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. And I gotta get my other knee done, my right knee done, and I'm literally debating, like, do I really
Yeah,
want to do it?
I was gonna throw that out there too. Don't you got to get that one?
Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, do I really want to do that? Like, is it worth it?
When you wear that new knee out, you gonna wish you had.
Well, shit, I'm wearing the right knee out now, trying not to fuck up the new knee.
Exactly. So now you gonna wear out the new knee, trying to, keep the old knee. It's one of those things they not gonna tell you. They never gonna tell you the post-op side, the recovery side. They not gonna say that. Because if they do, you're not gonna get it done. You're gonna be like, what? No, I'm not gonna do that. You ain't gonna be with it. They gonna keep that part a secret all the time. And then you're gonna be on just enough meds when you come out of surgery and you feel a little twinge and like, oh, okay, this hurt, but I could take it. This is not bad. Then they write you your meds and you be like, oh, okay, this pain ain't that bad. Until everything, the anesthesia and everything they gave you, your concoction that they gave you wears off.
Man,
And it hits your ass and you feel everything you could not feel.
that shit hit me Thursday morning at
Mhm.
1:15 in the morning.
I believe it.
And when I tell you, I like I cried to God when it hit me. That's how much pain I was in.
Mhm.
And I was just like, this shit is crazy. But the thing, and I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense because, and it's not technically his fault because the doctor was like, well, we're just gonna go in and clean up some stuff. Seems like you got a lot of scar tissue. And I talked to my sister because she's a surgery tech too, and she was saying that what probably ended up happening is that was the premise, that was the idea, but when they went in there and saw how fucked up it was, they was
Mhm.
like, nah, we got to do more than this. So she said, don't be mad at him because he didn't know. He didn't know what he was getting into.
True.
But um, when he went in and did it, I wish he would have at least told me because I didn't find out how I found out was through my physical therapist. Because I was like, so I had the surgery. First of all, I should have known something was up when they made me get my meds early. So I had to pick up my meds before I even had my surgery.
That probably.
So that's part of it. I was like, okay, something ain't right. Maybe I ain't gonna. I don't know. Whatever. Then
Mm.
Thursday, I had my Thursday afternoon. I had my physical therapy thing where they had to take the bandages off and make sure everything was healing, make sure everything was draining and everything out of the scars and shit. And I walked in. She's like, first of all, she said, "Sir, we gave you them crutches for a reason." I was like, "Man, if you don't," I said, "if you don't leave me the fuck alone, I'm trying to learn how to use these shits." And I said, second of all, I'm in so much damn pain. She's like, "How much pain are you in?" I said, "What you mean?" She said, "On a scale of 1 to 10, I said 30, like that." And she's like, 30. I said, "Yes." She said, "Is it enough to go to the hospital?" I said, if somebody bump me right now, I promise you, y'all gonna call the police because I'm gonna beat the brakes off on with these crutches. That's how much pain I'm in. And like, so she came in. We had to went through like she wanted to see the range of motion and all that stuff, make sure everything was still working properly, and she was just touching and stuff. And then like when she took the bandages off, you could see where the stitches, where whatever was inside, they used inside was still leaking out. And so they had to clean that shit up. And that's when they told me everything that was wrong with my knee. And I said, say that again. She said, yeah. She said, according to the doctor, they had you tore your MCL on both sides. She's like, how did you do that? I was like, your guess as good as mine. She
Hmm.
said you tore your ACL, and I was like, which one was it, outside or inside? She said, I don't know. I was shit. She said the way it looks like both. I was like, huh, that sounds about right. Then she said, and then he had to, because I didn't have any cartilage, and I was had what they call it. I was real arthritic on the so what they did on a weight bearing bone, they drilled holes in the bone so the blood will clot and it'll create a smooth surface. And I was like, they did all that? He said, yeah. She said, that's why you're in so much pain. I'm like, man, look here. I was like, don't do that shit no more. I told her like that.
Basically, your bones was dry humping each other.
Pretty much. Like
Whole
my
lot of
kneecap, she said my kneecap was grinding on, which I knew because like at certain times you could hear that, like when I be walking, because
grinding.
you can hear it on my right knee now. That's why I'm just like, they probably
Yeah,
don't have to.
bone on bone.
Yeah, I
That
hope they don't
that
have to.
cartilage with the little, the fluid and stuff that you're supposed,
Mm-hmm,
not a whole bunch, but that stuff you're supposed to have, you didn't have any more of.
mm-mm. And that's shit. Yeah. So, but that, and then I had my second day of physical therapy, which was cool because, oh, let me backtrack. So one pet peeve I got, and it's something you said and kind of validated, Nika. You said it and kind of validated what happened was they don't tell you everything. So on my second day of physical therapy, I was damn near off the crutches, like walking around, moving my leg around and walking on. And when I went in there, they lost their shit. What are you doing? I'm like, shit, I'm trying to wean myself. It says wean myself off these crutches. And it was like, no, sir. No, no. You're on them crutches for 3 weeks. And then you wean yourself off. I was like, well, shit, they didn't tell me that. They said, yeah, you're on a tiptoe profile. So what the fuck is that? You can only put the tip of your foot down. That's how much pressure you can put on that leg.
Oh shit.
And I was like, and that's what I said. And I was like, well, when they was gonna tell me that, they didn't tell you that. I was like, no. I said, here I am. I'm literally walking around the house with one crutch. I'm literally walking to some place, depending on the distance. I don't have no crutches, and I'm just like, I'm trying to work through this because I'm thinking like working through the pain. Yes, ma'am.
Who was the person that went with you for your surgery?
A friend of mine. Why?
Okay,
Yeah,
so when
no.
I say you something like that's crazy that you didn't get
Mm.
no information or they didn't tell your discharge person something.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Cause I asked the person. I was like, and they told me exactly what they said, and I said that's not what they told me. And they was like, no, that's what I was told. And I'm like,
Mm.
so that's crazy.
Yeah, then you missed a whole bunch. And when it's supposed to be your post-op follow-up?
The 26th.
Yeah, and see, they got you doing physical therapy and you don't even see the doctor till the 26th. That's crazy.
And see, this is all the shit that like makes me skeptical about getting surgery because first of all, they wanted to do it. They wanted to. They were trying to get me to have a military doctor. No,
Oh no. Hell no.
no,
And for
because
me,
I
mm,
know half the. I ain't gonna say half. A lot of the military doctors are trainees, are training, so they're not as proficient as they should be.
I
Like
bet.
like some of the surgeons and shit, they're not as proficient as they're gonna supposed to be. Two, I've seen people who've had some surgery in the military, and it's like they'll have it, then they have to go back in there and do it again. They have to go back in there and do it again. Then they have to go back in there and do it again. And
mhm.
three, I've been in those what they call them? Oh shit, nigga, what's the committee when they sit there and they go over cases of malpractice?
Mm.
I only know the ones that's
Is
like
it called
through
Sentinel?
Medicare.
Or
Huh?
like a Sentinel committee or some shit like that. Basically, where they sit there and say, oh, here's patient such and such, such and such. Doctor XYZ left such and such cleaning tool inside doctor, inside
Ah,
patient.
damn.
Yeah, inside left inside patient. Patient had septic infection, had to go in this and this and blah blah blah. Nah, I'm not, and I'm literally sitting here listening to the amount of shit that doctors leaving watches, wedding rings.
Watches. They supposed to
Yeah.
take that off before they wash their hands to go.
Yeah. But then you got them surgery, I won't call them, well, surgery mill type people where they schedule you all day and back to back cases, and they moving fast, and they got this 8 hour block that they throwing them in and throwing them out. I mean, it's
And you
those,
yeah.
it's a whole different side. And even like with you, for me to hear they got you pushed out to the 26th, the first thing my brain says, and I'm not no doctor, but I'm like, okay, first thing I'm thinking of is global period. Because if they see you within the global period, they can't build the insurance for it. We want to get paid for anything that happens after. So we going to push you out 2 weeks plus. So you're no longer within the global period. So if something happened, they got to go back in, they can get paid for it. But those are also the things that they don't want to talk to you about and don't want to tell you about. But they would have had me messed up. As much pain as you would have in, baby, I would have been on their ass so I can get in there. Because if you in that much pain, you should be able to call them and tell them, hey, something's not right, it's not working. And the reason why they don't want to see you half of the time is because of those global periods. And people, like, I recommend when it comes to people's insurance and they get stuff done, check your global periods to find out how that works. Because those post-op windows are important. And I know I hate to say it, but I've been around doctors that will push you out further so you're outside of that window. And that's a whole nother thing, like the same type of diagnosis and under the same procedure, like that's a mess too.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like,
It's dirty.
yeah, because
Oh
now you
yeah,
got me thinking, like,
it's
damn.
dirty. It's very dirty.
It's dirty. Some stuff, of course, yeah, it has it built in. That's why they're, like I said, the global periods. It's built in when you have certain services. It'll say like, this is that global period time where anything that's done within this period of time is supposed to be covered. And yeah, a lot of times they move outside of. I haven't dealt with global periods now where I'm at right now as far as the department, but they're out there for real.
I didn't even know that shit existed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Damn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some shit. Like that's some shit for real.
Yeah, because think about it. If you go get a surgery done, right, and you have something done, and you go back in and say you have to have a revision or something done to it, yeah, they got to add modifiers and stuff on there to let them know, we're going back in here again for whatever reason. But it's a lot of times that stuff is supposed to be covered under that period. It's almost like, women, when we go and we have babies, that whole thing is supposed to be, together. That's why those women, like, they want all their money up front. Because a lot of that stuff is together under a service in the way that it's built out. Yeah. And it's hard, when people go through that. Of course, it's certain stuff you want to say, but then it'd be like,
they were looking at
that's
you
gonna
crazy.
open up a whole nother window and shit gonna come in that sometimes you don't be ready for. Stuff be I've seen some dirty stuff, and I just be like,
And see, and that's the type of stuff that make folks not like, especially us, not trust, have a historical trust for the medical profession.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And granted, it's not. Granted, it isn't just this. just doesn't happen to our community. It happens to across the board. Actually, I think it happens to the have-nots more than anything else. So yeah, it's that's crazy. It got me sitting here thinking, like, really, really contemplating. But I also got to look at too, what quality of life do I want? Do I want to keep walking around here sounding like a bag of popcorn all the damn time?
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Right? Nah, that ain't sexy. That ain't the sexy one I be. I sound like a transformer waking up in the morning.
So I
Damn.
just want to read y'all this one part because I Googled it. Because, of course, it's going to probably sound better to read it the way they have it. It says a global period for surgical procedures. The global period is defined for each surgical healthcare common procedural coding system. It can be 0 to 10 days following a surgical procedure for minor procedures or endoscopies, or it can be 90 days for major surgeries. And then it talks about, global periods being 11 days and how it works as far as post-op. So just saying, you can look at that type of information and just look into it. I recommend asking questions with your insurance company when it comes to global periods. But yeah.
Damn.
Learned something today.
Yeah.
Definitely that. Definitely that, because I did not know that existed myself. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, asking that the other question, because I know this tends to happen. I know I definitely experienced it. How has your mental health been since you had it?
Up and down. Like, it's funny. I ain't gonna say it's funny, but that I was getting picked at because I had a whole church sermon in the living room. I was in so much pain. I just started singing a old hymn. I can't remember the hymn, and it was my.
It wasn't He Touched Me?
It wasn't that one. Nah, at that point, I didn't want him to touch me. I
I
didn't
can't
want
stand
that.
it.
Well, I like for real. Like that's the only thing that I want to say. Just being surrounded by people who really genuinely love me. Like, really kept me up. Like kept my spirits up, and folks checking on me and make sure I was all right. Make sure I was doing what I'm supposed to, even though I thought I was doing what I was supposed to when I wasn't. Um, that helped me out. But like at at night, that's when it's like the darkest for me because it's just me. I mean, somebody probably looking like, man, you need to just toughen up and all this other shit. But like I said, this is the most pain I have ever experienced in my entire life. Like I'm gonna include being abused as a child. I'm gonna include heartbreak, mental, all that shit, being blown up, all that shit. This is the worst pain I have experienced. Like,
Damn, more than being blown up?
yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Nobody can dismiss your feelings when it comes to
Oh, I
pain.
know.
We all have different pain tolerances
Yeah,
for different
that's
things.
what I know.
So
I just laugh.
you never know like how you gonna be able to take something. And it sounds like, oh, okay, I could do that. That ain't nothing. And then they look at your scars and be like, oh, it ain't that bad. This little baby cut. Like, nigga, do
Shit.
you not know what's going on up under this skin?
No, that's why I say that when people say that start getting slick, I said I pray that you don't have to experience this because once you do, your whole thought process gonna change. Unless you're a sadistic motherfucker, your thought process is gonna change.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I'm not crazy. It's interesting because I've been bumping into people who have been through this process, and some of them are not helping at all. Like I be looking at it like, bro, if you don't shut the fuck up, like you're not helping. my mental health right now. Like, bro, I remember I couldn't even take a shit. Every time I was flit, and I'm just like, bro, look here, look at me. I had to do the Captain Phillips. Look at me, look at me.
Yeah.
But it's like listening, but running into different people that's telling me like about the whole process. Like, hey, it's gonna get better. I have random folks. I had a class for my retirement, and this random cat was sitting next to me, and people just kept walking in front. Like I got my crutches laying next to my foot, got the band-aid out, got my not the band-aid, the bandage out, so you can see, and motherfucker still. I have to move for them. Like if I don't move, they gonna bump it.
Oh, and baby, they would have got bumped.
I don't give a
Baby,
fuck
that
what
crutch.
rank they is. They would have got cussed the fuck out. I don't. Yeah.
They would have got it. The B is nice.
Yes. And the guy next to me, he said, "That's so fucking rude." He said, "They see your crutches." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you rather them trip over the crutches than hit their leg." I said, "Yes, you are absolutely correct. Because if they hit my leg, I'm cussing everybody out. Like I sat in the back of the room for a fucking reason. Now all of a sudden everybody want to sit in the back. Like, come on, yeah. Like it's chairs up front. I sat in the back for a reason.
Look, you should have just took all the chairs and just woof and just pushed them over. So it ain't even no row next to you, just you.
But just so happened he had it. He had his done. He said he had his done in December. He said almost the same thing. Um, he said he still like walked with a limp.
Mm.
And I'm just like, damn. So I got it. And one thing for me personally, is I have to tell myself to slow down. I have to tell myself to slow down because if not, I'll be trying. As soon as I can walk straight, I'll be in the weight room trying to lift everything up in that bitch.
Cause you hard headed. That's
It's not. I'm not hard, but that's what I'm used to. I want to get back to normalcy, but I gotta keep telling myself this is my new normal for right now.
Mm. You just need time to heal. And just
Mhm.
because, and a lot of people get it confused because they see the outside scars are healed, they think the inside is healed. Yeah, you're healing from the outside, but that inside still ain't together. That
Yep.
inside is still trying to be back the way that it was.
Yes.
And
Yes, because
people
like
don't listen, and they be thinking they good because the outside, the stitches out, we jamming, we the scar is healed, and in the inside you still be toe up and just re-injure yourself all over.
yeah, and that's what I don't want to do.
Yep. So take that time you need to.
Yeah, that's why.
Sit your ass down.
That's why if you notice, you see me going back and forth. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to like. So it's like one, I got to march in place, and then if I'm in a chair, I could wheel it, like rock back and forth, like push my leg out, and pull myself back in, just to keep it moving. And then like yeah. Oh, and then they relieved the pressure. I forgot what he said. They cut it and then reattached a muscle on my quad to relieve the pressure. And it's like, you ever had a Charlie horse?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Mm.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Ooh, man.
That motherfucker take you down, right? You like,
Yeah.
yeah,
So think about this. Every morning, waking up like that with a Charlie horse, waking up with your knee swole two to three times size it's supposed to be.
Mm.
Where you can't you can roll over it. The pressure of it hurts. It's just it's just a lot. And I've been icing it and everything. I don't care what nobody say. Ice is the miracle drug. Cause I ice it and that shit feels so good. Like for real.
Yeah.
That shit, you should look so good.
Yeah, I know when I had my knee surgery back then, I thought I was losing it. Like being restricted and I couldn't
Mhm.
move it. You just laying there and you can't move it. Like you can't bend it, you can't this. The itching that happens in that damn thing, you trying to stick all kind of crap off in there, hangers and shit, trying
See,
to
yeah,
strap. Like
they gave you the probably they gave you the what they call it, the straight leg
ooh,
brace.
I had that straight leg brace and
I
they
had a
left the key on my brace.
they left a key on yours.
So you know I was cheating a little bit. I was
You had a you
trying
unlock
to
it.
work it out and exercise it
Yeah.
a little faster, because that shit wasn't it. Because man, I can't even tell you how many times I failed just trying to get out the bed, and you ain't got that
Oh
foot
man, please.
planted like you need to, and then whole slip, and you
Like I'm
bend.
gonna
Picture,
keep it 100. I'm
picture
gonna keep it.
falling when your leg is straight like this, and picture you falling back and you can't bend. Man, say
And I
it's
think
like trying to
imagine you
break
can
a
bend
stick
it,
that
but when
wasn't
you
supposed to
put
be in
weight
place.
on it, it hurt worse, and it like
Man,
break you down. Like yo,
man.
like
Mm-mm.
I done had some low moments like dealing with this shit, and it's like not low as in low as in mental too. Cause like the first time I actually broke down is like well I had to wait. I woke up in the middle of the night. I had to pee so bad. Well, didn't make it. I fell and just pissed on myself. I just started crying. I just started crying in the bathroom. Luckily, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning because I was just like, "What the fuck?" Here I am, a grown ass man, going through this pissing on myself.
Hey, look here. Let me tell you.
So it wasn't so much the
Hey,
fall; it was the pissing on yourself.
look here.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't worried about the fall. I knew I was gonna fall. Cause like the way I'm gonna keep 100. I didn't do what I was supposed to. I grabbed, cause I had to pee so bad. I just grabbed one of the crutches. So when I grabbed that crutch, I was moving, and I hit a. I guess I hit a slick spot in the bathroom. I felt luckily the hurt leg slid out and didn't get caught on anything. So it's like it was straight and just slid out. And I fell on my right side.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I was just like, I just once I finished crying, I got myself up, went upstairs, took a shower. And that was another dramatic event. Cause I had to sit on the edge of the tub, wash one side, dry up, wash it, rinse it, flip to the other side, do the same thing, wash it. And I couldn't put my left leg in the tub, so I was just on the edge of the tub. So I was just washing.
Hmm.
So I was just like, man, I can't. And then, like, I started to appreciate being able to stand there and just take a regular shower. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
I can't wait till that
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Take a regular shower. I might not come out that bitch for like 3 days.
There's a
Come out
whole
all
different appreciation for,
right. Come out
for
all
that kind
clean
of
and
stuff.
shit.
Man, you gotta take wipe down or something. Like, bitch, I want to
Man,
take a real bath or shower. And you just gotta wipe. Yeah, that's a them whole baths when you have surgery. Ain't no fun. You like, what the hell? But I feel you. Like that was a different level of, I'm gonna say, humiliation for me when I was pregnant with Santi, because my damn uh morning sickness was extreme.
mm,
I be at work. Like, it was an issue where I was at work and I was like, oh shit, I gotta throw up. And I'm getting it because I'm in a call center. So the bathroom was, I was at a direct, what's the name? But I had to move when you gotta move. And I was like, oh fuck, I ain't trying to throw up on the laptop, on my computer and stuff. And I'm darting getting to the bathroom. And there's nothing worse than you throwing up, and you throwing up so hard that it's pushing pee out at the same
oh,
time.
yeah.
You throwing up and pissing on yourself, and
That's
you
a,
at work. Put
that's a
it all
yeah.
together. I can't tell you how many times I've had to. It was a couple of times I've had to go home. It was a couple of times I started carrying extra clothes because it was like, goddamn, like it's a horrible thing to be in that situation where you're right, where you're pissing on yourself, and you're like, damn, is this life? I'm a grown ass woman sitting up here pissing on myself, like, and it wasn't like a little squirt of pee, like when you sneeze. You, I mean, you full sitting on the like you sitting. You ain't sitting on the toilet, but it's like you sitting on the toilet and the pee is just
Drink, yeah,
like that early morning pee. Like
yeah,
it's pee, and you like, bitch, for real. I had to wrap my jacket around me, tell my boss, hey, I got to go.
yeah.
This
I've been
motherfucker
there.
is my ass.
Yeah,
So it is some things that truly humble you in a lot of spaces.
it does. It does. It really does.
Yeah.
It's like, and like I said, it times like this show you who is in your corner and who's not. Because it's interesting the amount of the amount of text and calls I got prior to versus after. It's real interesting, and I'm
Hmm.
just hmm. And it's like it's folks that's not even in the same state saying, "Hey, you need anything? I can send you this. What's your cat not cash out? What's your DoorDash? What's this? What's that? You got food?
Yeah.
Yeah." And it's funny because my child, like I said, love him to death. Love him to death. Every time he move, Dad, you need anything? You need anything? Nah, I'm good. He'll come sit with me. Like I messed with him the other day. He had just got off work, and I was laying on the couch. And he said, "Dad, you good?" I said, "Yeah." And he came and sat down. I was like, "Ah!" He's like, oh shit, I'm sorry."
You
I said,
wrong.
"I'm just
You
okay."
wrong as hell. You wrong as hell. You are wrong as hell.
He was like, "Oh man, don't do that to me." He said, "Man, I thought I really hurt you." I said, "Nah, you good."
That's love though. And you gotta stop being so strong to let somebody love you, difficult ass.
Man, it ain't about love. It's about I'm I have a I you know how I am. I have a position. I have a position that
Exactly.
I need to
Exactly.
fulfill.
That's why
I'm
we
not
telling you,
I'm not
let
against
somebody show you some love. That's
I'm not
that's
against that. I'm not against that. It's just like when it's times when I'm used to doing stuff and then that reality hits that I can't do what I want to do or I can't move how I want to move. That's it. It ain't about I'll accept it. Yeah, I appreciate it. But it's just like I said, just simple shit. Like if you see how I fight to get off this couch, you would think I'm pregnant. I gotta roll to one side, start rocking.
you gotta do that old people rock. That
Yeah, I gotta
see,
roll to one side. Oh, when I sit down, I don't even sit down. I don't sit down gentle. I fall and throw my leg up.
that's my lip.
Yeah, I fall
Go
and throw
ahead.
my leg up because
That
yeah,
special little slide down to
Hmm.
I know your couch mad at you,
hey,
but
man,
that's a
it's
lot of weight.
hell. One side is low, the other side high.
Dropping all that body on it.
Hmm.
Oh
Same thing
God.
with the bed. My bed, man. First time I slept in my bed was like, bro, uh-uh. I don't know what you're gonna do. But I'm glad I got the bed at the height that I got it, cause like now I could sit on the edge of the bed and do some of my exercise that I gotta do.
Mm.
So yeah, so like that's what I do when I first thing in the morning. I get up, sit up, do the exercises I do. I'm supposed to do. That'd be my first set for the day. I don't do them all. It's like I do like cause they want me to do like leg raises this way, then on my side leg raises, march in place, uh heel slides, and it was something else. So I do like the leg raises and stuff, and then I do my heel slides when I get downstairs because it be split. Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah.
I can't stand y'all sometimes.
It's just a no. It's just that I got a memory foam and that bed is hot. Like well, I don't know if it's well, I know what it is because from what I was told is your body temperature rises as you're trying to heal. So you're gonna sweat, you're gonna be hot, you're gonna have like a low
Mm.
fever as long as it don't go above 100. Cause I'll be man, when I tell you I done sweated through shirts, all clothes, comforters, covers, and be
Damn.
shivering.
Yeah,
And be
because you
shivering.
all
And I
bundled
know I
up.
was shivering because it's cold in the house.
Yeah, because I was looking at you, I was like, damn, you cold? What you got on? You got pull
Yeah.
over on like
So
you in Alaska?
I'm good now. But then you also gotta understand too, I gotta put ice on my leg right on that vein, that artery, that femoral artery. And that make my temperature drop quick. I get cold quick.
Ooh, Lord.
I know, right?
Y'all got my knee aching. I'm over here like, Lord. Mm-mm.
Man, I know that I remember
Listen.
I think my first night or two when I had my knee surgery, I had a whole moment. I had my anxiety triggered and I had a whole moment. I remember that laying in the bed just with tears just going because I was in pain for one and just being feeling like I was so restricted and couldn't move and I'm just laying there in the bed and I gotta damn near ring the bell. Hey, I gotta pee.
Mm,
Ringing the bell for somebody to come help me or something like that. But them couple of times I was like, you get tired of to a point because you don't want to be a burden on nobody. And when
yeah,
you start getting them
yeah.
and you like fuck it, you do it yourself, and then your ass turn around and fucking fall and you're in even more pain. I remember laying on the floor one day and just I failed. And I just laid there. Shit, went back to sleep.
And you know what? Yeah, and I've
She
seen
said, went back to sleep.
yeah,
Yep, I fell on my back. I just laid there.
I've seen and heard stories like that, and I really appreciate the folks that are in my life that came and took care of me, like because they didn't have to. They could have went on about their life and did what they had to do, but nah, they came make sure pick me up, make sure I was straight, and they say, "Cuz I
Yeah.
want to."
I'm
Whole
I'm
time-
commending them from picking you up.
No, not picking me up like off the ground. No, I'm
Oh,
talking about.
because I was finna say they had to pick you. Man, say.
I'm talking about like driving and stuff, like drove me around,
Yeah, that was
stuff
sweet.
like that. Went and got food,
Okay,
stuff
so
like
when
that.
you go to therapy, do you gotta sit in the back seat?
Now, no, and see that's the other thing too. Like now I drive myself to therapy because I got the range of motion and I got my truck back. So thank God for
So
a big ass
pause,
truck.
pause, pause,
Thank God for a big ass truck.
pause.
But
So you hopping your ass up in that truck?
yeah,
Where the fuck is my belt at?
yeah, it's it's just like getting in the car. Actually, it's better. It's
But
better.
look, he ain't seen no doctor to get released to be able to do that yet, have you?
Actually, no, my physical therapist said I can drive. So sucker.
So your physical therapy released you and not the doctor.
What
And
you
you
mean release?
hopping in and out the goddamn
I didn't
truck.
hop. I keep. It's not a hop. It has steps. It has
Men's is
steps.
just
It
so
has a old shit bar. Shit,
difficult.
I got my crutches too. What are you talking about?
Men's just so difficult.
What are you talking about? Like
Y'all don't just I don't know. I can't even. I ain't
so
gonna.
yeah, I'm good.
Lord
Now if
have
I
mercy.
fall out that bitch, it's gonna be something totally different.
Hmm.
Mm.
I,
Just be glad we not near you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I go over there, ding dong, and tap that leg. Go
And
lay
you
down.
shot in your ass.
Make your ass go sit
Yes.
right down, cause
You will get a hot rock in your ass.
you gonna have to go get it first.
Uh-uh.
Can you hop fast enough?
You think I'd sit down here without one. Come on now.
What? Oh, this is DA. You right.
I was like, come on now.
You right. You right.
I had I had to put them up because people kept coming in the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, you do got to do that, sir.
Yeah, I had maintenance people come in. I was like, yeah, I might not want to look like a jihadist or some shit.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll push your wheelchair and ride on the back of it.
I
Going
ain't even
down
got
the
no
hill.
wheelchair. I ain't even got no wheelchair. I was thinking about that the other day. I said, man, if they'd gave me a wheelchair, I'd have been no good.
For real, they didn't give you no wheelchair. You got. Man,
Don't just pass some things like hotcakes no more. They'll give you some
Cost
questions
money.
before they give you a wheelchair. You got to get approvals and all that
Yeah,
shit.
that shit cost money.
Damn, you got that good insurance shit.
Okay, you think it's good.
Shit, fucking around with me. Remember when we did that challenge in the group some years back when we did the scavenger hunt challenge? That time Pinks had me in that goddamn basket and we going to goddamn Walmart.
I remember that. Yeah.
Lord.
Y'all push her. Yeah.
We should have been banned from Walmart for real.
That day we definitely should have been because we cut up to Walmart. That shit was funny as fuck. Wait to find that video.
Right. I'm like you, Shanika.
I want to know, but with you, why you didn't bring your when you I'm still stuck on your surgery. So you did it was an outpatient procedure like in a surgery center or something like that. That's what you had going? Okay. Then that makes more sense. Cuz I'm like, why they didn't send you home with stuff that you needed? But that makes sense. It was supposed to be an in and out type thing.
Well, he said it was
Yeah, I mean that, and they probably didn't realize, like, they was gonna have to do all that they did. So, just thinking about it, I'm like, damn, they sent you home with, just like, okay, you got your meds, work it out.
Pretty much, that's how I felt.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I'm gonna keep my knees. I'm glad I don't be dropping down, get my eagle on. I'm glad I ain't trying knees like Megan. Nope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make sure I take care of my knees. Take care of my knees, baby.
Your knees, your ankles,
apparently your hip.
Yeah, all that shit.
I don't have that.
They call that the chain.
That shit ain't no pump.
Yeah.
Especially when you got to ride in the back of a car and your legs is longer than the back seat of the car. Oh, I hated riding in the car.
Man, well, I had to go get my truck. I had to ride it. No. Everybody had left. Trey was at work, and I was starving. Wasn't nothing in the house, and I ain't had my truck, so I had to jump in my Fusion, my Ford Fusion.
Oh Lord.
Yes, when I tell you that, even the lady at the cause I ain't go far. I went to the Burger King down the street. The lady at Burger King, she was like, "Baby, you all right? You need anything? You just look so uncomfortable." I said, "Ma'am, if you only understood." Cause I couldn't sit still because like I was trying to straighten it out and stuff. She's like, "You all right?" I said, "Nah,
Instead of just calling DoorDash, huh?
DoorDash don't work here.
DoorDash I told you as a bachelor about not having food in your house.
DoorDash don't work here. I had to send the child. No, I sent the child to go get. I had to buy groceries and he had to go pick them up.
You should. It's something. You better start being nice to your neighbors or something.
I just
mean, damn.
I wish I had a tree that I could just pick up and beat you with. Because
your neighbors are weird.
Well, then I don't know what
you're probably the weird neighbor.
No.
Big black man. Taller than the average bear. I would, if I saw you, I would talk to you. I'd take my and everything. Like I wouldn't.
The one across the street, they always talk to me. I don't think the wives work. They just be outside with their asthmatic ass dog. They got a pug. I'm like, damn, is he alive? He gonna make it? Like, shit. It would be walking him. I'm like, hey, you're choking him. You're choking him.
You know what?
Let him go.
Damn it. Oh my gosh. You need help, man, for real. You need help.
He really
Like,
do.
you need help.
Laugh at my pain. That's what he doing. Laugh at my pain.
Man.
If you on, whew, facts.
Didn't we do an episode? We did an episode Laugh at My Pain, right?
But it wasn't this kind of pain.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah,
other
it was
kind of.
this
You
kind of
laugh at
pain.
my point.
Yeah.
But damn. Yeah. Shit.
I did a stanky leg one time. I got up. I had to get up. I was just getting up to go to the. Where was I trying to go? Trying to go somewhere. And I had this my crutch, and I always brace on the crutch as my pivot point. Well, my crutch and my hurt foot decided they're gonna take a have a little walk with Jesus and started sliding. So I'm sitting on this one leg trying to scoot to catch up.
Dang.
Yeah, and shit. I took some adventures.
Ooh, if I could see the video, man.
It is always crazy because we can laugh after the fact, but when you in it, you be mad as hell.
Yeah,
You be so mad.
I was concerned because I was like, if my foot stopped, I know all this weight finna go on that bad knee, and it's gonna be bad. So I was like, man,
baby, no. See, I'm a keep my knees.
If you work out, make sure you use the right equipment, safety equipment, all that stuff. Because trust and believe. And then there was an old lady. She was telling me that she had a cane. She's like, she had her knee replacement. She's like, it ain't that bad, baby. I'm looking at her like, oh, bitch, I'll put your ass over.
Really?
Yeah. And it ain't that bad, baby. Okay.
Oh.
You got one leg in the grave. You ready to go.
You know what?
You know what? That's why you ass. See?
Yeah. But nah, it's like I said, this whole experience has been an experience for me. It made me look at things differently.
I can see that. But you wouldn't let Trey bathe you? Help
Hell
you
no.
change?
Nope. I'll be a funky motherfucker before that happens.
Bro, are you really serious right now?
Dead ass.
I need you to remove your ego.
Hello, like
my ego has been removed.
So you rather have a stanky ass and musty balls than to have your son help you wash your back and wash your whatever you can't get.
I got one of them long them brushes. I can scrub my back.
You need a broom to scrub your back.
Watch your mouth now.
I'm just saying.
That's man for you.
Look here, because I ain't gonna lie to you. When my dad had his gastric surgery, which was the craziest shit, because I had the S on my chest. I'm taking care of the 6-month-old baby, my ass in the cast, and I'm taking care of my dad after he didn't have this surgery. And I had to give my dad a bath. I had to change his stitches, his bandages, his bandages and stuff. Like, I wasn't trying to let him be like that, and I know he needed the help.
Yeah, I think he'll do it.
I think you would too. It's your ass.
You'll probably be doing it like this.
But he know you need help.
I know.
And that's a boy. And not trying to be funny, that's the boy. I think you would feel more comfortable with your son versus if you had a daughter, of course. But
I know.
Sometimes you gotta get it how you live it. If wasn't nobody else gonna do it, I mean, I was there to help
Yeah.
my dad. So
I don't know.
we just basically need to go and put you on the auction block and go and get you married off.
Man, look here. Nah, I don't need that. I'm good.
Hmm.
I don't need that. I'm good. I am
Starting off the bat.
wonderful where I'm
25
at.
cents.
I
25
guess.
cents. Call it once.
I
Call
am
it twice.
wonderful.
Something, because bruh, yeah, you hard headed and difficult at the same
Ain't he
time.
though?
There's a lot going on.
Ain't he though? Shit, I would have had. Please help me. I'd have been up in there like this. Please. I'm not finna. I'm not finna be trying to throw no legs over no tubs. I ain't.
I ain't want to wake nobody up because it was like early morning. Like,
Then you should be washing your body before it get late, so people can help you.
Pretty
mhm.
much. Pretty
Mhm.
much. Yeah. So on that note, because we know you need to go get situated and take your meds.
Yeah, take my meds, get another bag of ice. Um,
You using a whole bag of ice too, ain't you?
shit. That's the other thing. I gotta figure this out because I've been using my ice from my ice maker. So
And
yeah,
ain't enough ice in the ice maker.
mm-mm. Not to drink and use for ice packs. No,
So why didn't you like use a Ziploc bag or
that's what
something,
I do.
or take so a Ziploc bag? Maybe put some water in the Ziploc bag and put it in the freezer.
Oh, so I did make I did that. I made a makeshift ice pack with water and alcohol. It lasts about I want to say like 3 or 4 days, and then the alcohol started to eat through the plastic bag.
So why you can't just use water, get a bowl, take the Ziploc bag, fill it
Because it
with
won't.
water,
'Cause
flip it.
I need it to be flat. I don't. So when you freeze it, listen, no, for real. Like when you freeze it, it takes the form of whatever you freeze it in. I don't need a bowl. I need it to be able to be malleable to my knee. I just don't want to lay no flat piece of ice on there and have to wait till it melt.
So let's think about it. When you have a bowl, right, and you put it in a bowl, it's gonna take the shape of a bowl, so it's gonna be like this, right, and
Go
flat on
ahead.
the top, right?
Go ahead
So
and
then
try
you
it.
flip it, it's gonna be.
Try it.
I didn't done it before. That's why I'm telling you is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna try it then.
Ooh, you know what? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, you know.
Oh, let him go. Let him go. Just let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got shit to say.
So you
Um,
say, get the plastic bag, put it in a bowl, and let the water just let it sit in the bowl.
Let it freeze. If
In
it's
the bowl.
because you can't take a plastic bag and just throw it in the freezer, because of course it might spill. It's gonna take an odd
Yeah.
shape. So take it and put it in the bowl, right? A bowl is like this, like that.
Uh-huh.
Fill up your Ziploc bag. You're gonna drop it in the bowl. So of course the bag is gonna spread out. And then when the water evens out on top, it's gonna be like this, but the bottom is gonna have the dome shape.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you take it and then you flip it the other way, you still have your flat surface.
Uh-huh.
That's the part you can put on your leg and have it flat. So it'll be like that.
thanks,
I
Career
just
Point.
saved you $2.50. And you sitting up there putting the lumpy ass ice on your knee, thinking that's doing a better job.
Look here. Hey, look here.
Them big old chunks of ice, you sitting on your kneecap.
Look here.
Look at here.
Boy, I tell you, yeah, this has been one of the most one of the most well, probably the only medical. Well, no, we've had some other medically informed podcasts, but this shit has been very informing and engaging, and we've definitely been able to see somebody else in a different light. At least y'all have. We deal with him daily, so God. pray for us. Uh,
Look,
but what you finna say?
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay. So sir, you wanna go and do your little handicap outro? Cause
Nah,
Julian.
like I said, I want to give a shout out to everybody who came to my aid. The ones that are near and dear to my heart. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all came through mm, at a time of need. Um, and if you're out there in radio world, if somebody going through surgery or something like that, don't leave them hanging. That's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you can do. Like I understand you got life going on, life be happening, but it takes maybe 5, 10 seconds to dial a number. Hey, you need anything? Nah, I'm good. Just let them, just talk to them, let them know like, hey, if you need anything, call me. But to add to that, if they call your motherfucking ass, answer and try to follow through. Like don't get no lip service. Like if you need anything, give me a call. And when they call you, man, I can't do nothing for you.
Mhm.
Don't even offer it if you ain't gonna be serious. I had a couple of that shit. But that's another story.
Mhm.
That's a whole nother story. That's all I got.
Okay. I thought you didn't have anything to say though, but
I ain't got nothing else to say.
woo! All right. Peaks, yo outro.
My outro would be
She was dropping gems tonight.
oh, do your research. Um, Nobody knows your pain tolerance and stuff and what you're going through but you. Sometimes the pain we feel is not just in the physical sense.
Mm,
Sometimes it can weigh on you mentally
preach it now.
and emotionally and physically. Um, Sometimes we just need to talk about it, get it out there, let people know what we going through. I did speak briefly on, the whole lap band and weight loss and all that type of stuff. But even with that, I'm not discouraging nobody. But do your research. There's a lot of psychological things that happen prior to and post op.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have to get a mental evaluation to make sure this life change is something that you can handle. It's more than just going under the knife to get your body fine and say, okay, I can get in this two piece. A lot's going to happen
Yeah.
mentally, physically, emotionally. And it ain't all peaches and cream and the after effects that people may tell you when it's good. Nobody really wants to talk about the bad side, the ego side when you're hurting and
Man.
you have those nights in pain and you are crying and you are hurting and just needing something and wondering, like DA said, was it really worth it? So I would say, do your research, think long term. I know in the beginning of the show, we were kind of reading the comments and people were thinking we were about to talk about these BBLs and mommy makeovers and stuff like that. But even in the same breath, like, let's look at it. Is it worth it? You see the after effects, and these women have these banging ass bodies, and they snatched and they tucked and they looking good, and you like, damn, I want that. But nobody's telling you about the bleeding that they have, the bleeding out, the pain that they're going through. Like, look at some of those surgical procedures online. That shit ain't no joke. Them tummy tucks and liposuctions, they grabbing that shit, jamming it up in your
Yeah,
throat,
that's all I'm about to say.
and
And they be yanking and
Mm.
pulling that shit.
yanking and tucking and pulling. And it's not what people think. And yeah, y'all think about the outside and what I'm gonna look like after. But is it really even gonna matter if your body is banging, but now your mental's fucked up? And we
Mm.
not even gonna get on the post-op scarring and infection and all of that shit. That's another story. So I'm gonna shut up and so we can roll the credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, 'cause we didn't even go through the scars. Yeah, them scars to be left
Mm.
after these surgeries ain't no punk. So yeah. Um I look like I got in a fight with Edward Scissorhands on my leg. but it is what it is. Um, but definitely do your research before you have any surgery. Make sure you're not hard headed like somebody and you follow the doctor's instructions.
Mm.
and
They should
and
have doctor
so
give you the right goddamn instructions first.
well,
I didn't give you nothing.
that too. But I mean, for those that do get it, follow it because somebody ain't using their crutches like they should. You know,
Mm.
we ain't gonna go there. But
Mm.
yeah, so definitely that, and if you have people that are willing to help and take care of you, allow them to do that. Allow that to be your moment. Just look at it as them giving you your flowers. Just because if they wasn't there, they didn't like your ass, they wouldn't be there helping your ass. Damn sure.
Facts.
For
That
sure.
is true
So
facts.
let them love on you and take care of you during this time of where you need the help the most. I know a lot of us that have that double S on our chest is kind of
Mm.
hard at times to do because we're always there for everybody else, and it's hard to let others be there for us. But yeah, sometimes you got to let ego and pride have a backseat and do what you need to do. So before we close out, I do want to say this. Tomorrow is Father's Day. So DA is one of them people, fathers that I love his story. And I definitely salute you for being the father that you are. Definitely kudos to you. To the other fathers that are real fathers that are taking care of their kids and doing
Don't do
what
that.
you're
Don't
supposed
do
to
that.
do.
Just say other
I am.
father.
Nope, I am.
Just say
I
just say other
that's like
fathers.
that's like saluting a father that ain't a father. You got the title without
Just just
the
just
work. So I'm saluting the fathers that put in work.
that's better. I could do that.
That's
I
what
could
I'm
do it.
saluting. The fathers that put in work. You was trying to cut me off. That's what I'm saying. I'm saluting the
Okay, you
fathers
like
that's
the
putting
real
in
father.
work.
Nah, just the fathers
No,
that
because
put
that's
in
what a
work.
real father is. A real father is there and he's putting in the work. He's there. It's not a title. He's there. He's doing what he's supposed to do. That's what I'm saluting. So to those fathers that are out here in the trenches doing what they do, we salute you. We hope you have a fantastic Father's Day. Hope they ain't got you doing the work though, because you know that fathers always complain, I got a barbecue on
You know
Father's
that
Day,
what's gonna happen.
being able to relax. So I'm just saying, I hope that the ladies in your life or whoever's in your life salute you and allow you to relax tomorrow on your day off. I hope that you are celebrated and loved on and allow them to love y'all because y'all be tripping with not wanting the hugs and the love and be trying to be in your feelings. So
I
definitely
ain't got no
salute
choice.
all y'all. You know what? You just I promise if I had a tree.
I ain't got
I
no
had
choice. I'm be laid up.
that's good. You
I
need
might
to.
yeah,
You might would.
smoke a cigar tomorrow.
Mm.
Okay. There you go. Do that. Just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself. Just relax. Just chill. Eat a cookie. Not the whole thing of cookies, a cookie.
I ain't
Because
got
you
no
get
cookies.
good.
Mm.
That's probably even worse. But definitely do that. Let the men in your life be great and let them know that you love them and they are needed and celebrated. So definitely do that. So we will tune in with y'all next week. Check in the groups, Facebook channels, all other social media, YouTube, whatever else. And we thank y'all for kicking it with us as always. And we are out.
Deuces.